In this tutorial, we'll learn what HTML is and why it is the foundation of every website. HTML, which stands for Hypertext Markup Language, is the standard language used to create and structure web pages. Let's look at the three elements of HTML. Hypertext refers to text that contains links, called hyperlinks, connecting one web page to another. These links allow users to navigate easily between pages and websites. Markup refers to the tags or annotations used to describe the structure and content of a web page. Markup tells the browser how different elements, such as headings, paragraphs, images, and links, should be displayed. Language means HTML has a set of rules and syntax that developers follow to create web pages. Browsers understand this syntax and use it to render web pages correctly. Think of building a website like building a house. HTML is the foundation, walls, and rooms of the house. It provides the basic structure and defines where everything belongs. Without HTML, there would be nothing to build on. CSS is like the paint, decorations, furniture, flooring, and interior design. It controls how the house looks, making it attractive and visually appealing. JavaScript is like the electricity, plumbing, doors, elevators, and smart home systems. It adds functionality and interactivity, allowing things to work and respond to user actions. Just as you need all three to build a complete, comfortable house, modern websites rely on HTML for structure, CSS for styling, and JavaScript for interactivity. Together, these three technologies form the foundation of front-end web development. HTML elements follow a consistent structure, making them easy to read and write. Most HTML elements consist of three parts. Opening tag marks the beginning of the element and tells the browser what type of content follows. Content, the text or other elements that appear between the opening and closing tags. Closing tag marks the end of the element. It is the same as the opening tag but includes a /. HTML elements can be broadly categorized into block-level elements and inline elements, based on how they are displayed on a web page. Block-level elements are used to create the main structure and layout of a page, while inline elements are used to format or enhance content within those blocks. Understanding the difference between these two categories is important because it helps you organize content correctly and create well-structured, readable web pages. As you learn HTML, you'll encounter many examples of both block-level and inline elements and see how they work together to build complete web pages. HTML attributes provide additional information about an element and customize its behavior. The id attribute uniquely identifies a single element. The class attribute groups multiple elements for shared styling or functionality. And data attributes store custom data that can be accessed with JavaScript. These attributes are widely used to identify, style, and add interactivity to HTML elements. Non-semantic HTML uses elements that do not describe the content's meaning, such as div and span, which are mainly used for grouping and styling. Using semantic HTML improves readability, accessibility, and SEO, while non-semantic elements are useful when no specific semantic element fits the purpose. Semantic HTML uses elements that clearly describe the meaning and purpose of the content, such as header, footer. These elements make the structure of a web page easier to understand for developers, browsers, and search engines. HTML forms allow users to enter and submit data on a website. Forms are commonly used for tasks such as signing up, logging in, searching, and sending messages. When a user submits a form, the entered data can be sent to a server for processing or handled using JavaScript to create interactive web applications. The DOM, Document Object Model Tree, is a representation of an HTML document that browsers create to understand and manipulate a web page. It organizes HTML elements in a tree-like structure where the document is the root, elements are nodes, and nested elements become child nodes. Using the DOM, JavaScript can access, modify, add, or remove HTML elements and their content, allowing websites to become interactive and dynamic. Modern HTML includes features like the native dialog element for creating pop-ups in modal windows, lazy loading images loading equals lazy for improving page performance, and the popover API for creating interactive menus and information panels without extra libraries. Now it's your turn to apply what you've learned. Build a personal web page where you introduce yourself, showcase your skills, or share your interests. You can also create a blog layout, portfolio page, or any simple website idea you choose. Use HTML to structure your content and practice using elements, attributes, forms, and semantic HTML.